shot on camera. It was just bad timing. It came in at a weird angle and I just wouldn't have been able to get it done. Luckily I got it. The doe came in this way and kind of just got it on the backside. I didn't even know what was happening. It was all over here in this weeded stuff. And you just can't see anything over there, but that deer came down through here, stopped right in there in a one open clearing. And I think I made a good shot. We're gonna wait a minute, then we're gonna get down and go check, but I think I did okay. It ran into the corn, so it might suck to go find, but hopefully we get it. So I just got down. Before I go look for the arrow, I'm gonna tell you the quick story real fast. As I was coming in this morning, I got about 20 yards from a doe. Well, I'm assuming it was a doe, but something started blowing at me. Not much you can do on the way in. I thought it was super quiet, probably the quietest I've ever been, but it started blowing, ran away. Then I think it got curious after I got settled down in my stand, and it come back and it probably blew 25-30 times at me. Then about 3 to 5 minutes later, we had a fox come in on us. This is all super dark, by the way, too, so I couldn't see what was going on. I couldn't tell if it was a buck or doe or what. I figured it was a doe by how many times it was blowing, but things finally settled down. Then about 2 hours later, I was looking out in the field. There's a ditch line, and just over the top of the ditch, I seen 2 doe heads go by, and there's just no chance at shots there. I had one other opportunity at about 70 yards, but I'm not going to risk that kind of shot. That's just too dangerous. And then I finally seen these 2 doe around the corner, and they stood in some of the thicket for probably a half hour, and I just kind of was eyeballing them in and out from what I could see. Couldn't really tell where they were, and they finally poked their head out, which is why I didn't get that shot on camera. But I thought they were on the other side of the thicket, and they poked their head out, and I had one shooting lane. Could have possibly had a couple others, but I wasn't sure if they were going to turn or not, so I took the first opportunity I had. I think the shot was right around 25-ish yards, so not too hard of a shot. Hopefully I made a good shot. We're going to try to go see if we can find that arrow now. So I just looked for about 15 minutes from where I made the shot, and I see 0 blood. So I kind of was like, screw it, I'm coming out to the cornfield, because that's where that thing went. And look right here. That is a lot of blood. I mean, it looks like a murder scene in here, so I'm going to guess that that deer did not go the farthest. That thing is kicking hard right there. Got blood here. Oh, got blood there. Bunch of blood here. Holy shit, am I in here? I'm gonna get my sidearm ready just in case that thing jumps up for any reason. I'm gonna guess by the amount of blood that's down that that thing's dead. Oh yeah, she's dead. Good deal. Definitely dead. Oh my goodness gracious. You are a trooper. All right, let's unload this guy. So the shot was just a little bit farther back than I wanted, which is okay. I still found it. A little disappointed at how far it ran, but thank you. Very happy right now. That's a good size doe. I'm gonna guess it's probably mid to upper hundreds, probably about 160 pounds, I'm gonna guess. We'll see. Let's now the fun stuff starts. Like, I need to call on some backup, and we need to get this guy out of here, because this is going to take some work. I'm probably about 100 yards in the middle of this cornfield, which is a little scary, but we got some work to do, so let's get on. In case anyone was wondering, it's much easier to shoot deer when there's no corn in the field. I'm about 5 yards in so far. and I'm already dead. So it's gonna take some time. All right, easiest way to do this, grab the legs and just pull. Probably easier to clean the thing out here, but I'm so far in the corn, I'd rather get a head start now than have to come back, because I don't have any of my knives out here, and I'm like 2 miles from the truck. So granted, I could go and get all my stuff and come back, but I don't want to risk losing this thing. Not that I would. I mean, the blood trail is incredible on this deer, but man, I checked my trail camera while I was waiting on just giving this thing a little bit of time. I checked my camera, and last night at around 1:30, I had a really, really nice deer come in. Looked like a nice 10 point. Still a younger 10 point, but I'd say it's definitely close to being a shooter, if not a shooter. So I'm pretty excited. This hunting season's off to a good start. Unfortunately, I didn't get that shot on the camera, which sucks, but I did end up getting the deer, so that's really all that matters, because this deer's gonna go and feed my family for at least a year. Last March, the buck I had in the freezer all went bad because the freezer decided to die on me. So I lost every bit of deer meat I had. So I haven't had deer meat for about 6 months now. And it's really depressing, because deer just taste a lot different than ground beef. And so there's a few things I like having deer with and a few things I like ground beef with. But really, deer is just so much easier, so much cheaper, and this is fun to do this. Now, pulling this deer out of here sucks. I'll give you that. But it's fun to be able to come out here and get on some wild game and do your thing. I highly recommend that anybody wanting to get into deer hunting, just get out there, put a doe down, get a feel for it, and enjoy the great outdoors. There's literally nothing better. Good God. This is the biggest damn doe I've ever seen in my life. And this right here is also a reason I've passed up these deer for the past couple of years. Getting close. We're almost to the end rows, which is nice, because the end rows are gonna suck to get through, but that means we're only a couple more yards out. Dang, that thing's making it difficult on me. We got it. We're getting there. Come on now, Ethan. Woo! I'm thinking it might have been easier to get the knives. I'm definitely getting the knives after I get out of this field. That's for sure. We have officially made the end rows, which means we are getting close now. Ow. Oh, holy smokes. Now I need a break. Yeah. Come on. Get out of here. Hell yeah. Yeah, buddy. All right. Reinforcements have been called. I'm hot and sweaty now, even though it's like 37 degrees. Still haven't found the arrow, but I'm going to put my stuff down, get my knives, and then come out here and start cleaning that deer up a bit. I really didn't want to tear up the farmer's corn, so I think it's easier to just get that deer out in the open, clean it out here, and not have to deal with knocking down a bunch of corn and just causing a mess out in the field for them, because I know they're getting ready to harvest. So it's easier to do it in the woods where coyotes and fox can feast on what's left. So getting my stuff, I'll be right back. Just dug out my little knife set. We got outdoor edge game processor. This thing's got a cutting board, it's got knives, it's got literally anything you need. So we're gonna go cut up a deer with this guy. Shout out to Jared P. Dot for hooking me up with this thing a couple years ago. That'll work. Well, I finally found my arrow, and it's buried in a tree. So it was a clean pass through. It's full of blood for obvious reasons. There we go. Got a doe down, probably about 140 to 160 pounds. Pretty exciting. Got it up right about 25 yards. Kind of came in through some thicket. Kind of shocked that it came where it did. It sat for about half an hour in those bushes and some thorns, and kind of lost track of it. And when it poked its head out, I didn't have time to get the camera turned on, so went ahead and took the shot anyways. Don't want to pass up some good meat to fill the freezer, so
first deer down this year. Let's see if we can get some, let's see if we can get a nice buck down. I'm gonna be horn hunting now. So pretty ecstatic with this. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will catch you on another episode.